What is up, my Planet Coaster friends? Johnny5 Alive here, and we are back with another episode of Coaster Spotlight. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at Cosmic Cow Competition Circuit created by Droopdedoo. So stay tuned, and let's check it out. So this is a placeable coaster submission sent in by Drew. He says, "Hi Johnny, I absolutely love your videos and I watch them every day. I just wanted to say you do an amazing job." Well, thank you so much, Drew. This was my first coaster and it's called Cosmic Cow Competition Circuit, and it's based off F1 and IndyCar races. Travel through the 2 high-paced laps against other racers that are just inches away from you. I used the torque coaster and it races around the circuit at varying speeds and with quick turns. It uses exactly 200 pieces and runs correctly if both the minimum wait times and maximum wait time of the coasters are at 25 seconds. I hope you enjoy it. It would be absolutely amazing if you featured it on the show. I gotta say something before we jump into it, guys. I see titles like this all the time: coaster submission, placeable coaster spotlight, but you don't tell me what it is. So when I put them in a list, I have to go through every single one and figure out which one is which, and it takes me a while to dig through these and figure out. If I could search the list until I saw Cosmic Cow, I'd find it right away. So please, guys, when you submit something, put coaster spotlight dash the name of your coaster, and that would be great. Thank you, guys. Let's take a quick look at the Steam Workshop for this, guys. Boom, there it is. Cosmic Cow Competition Circuit, Droopdedoo's Workshop. Come rate it, favorite it, subscribe to it, and all that good stuff. Let's take a better look at it in game. All right, so the reason I chose this, guys, I absolutely love these circuit ideas. Foxy's Raceway is probably one of my all-time favorite coasters that we've seen on this show as a placeable coaster. We also saw the Gulpy Circuit created by Extraordinaire on the Carnival Park Spotlight, and those are 2 of my favorite coasters ever. I love the idea of creating these sponsored raceways by different various brands in the game. If someone were to create any kind of circuit that was pretty well constructed, I would love to feature it and check it out because they're just so much fun. I love the idea of these raceways. So let's take a better look at this. So here it is. Overarching view, it is a placeable coaster. It looks like a circuit, it looks like a track. They are racing, and they're going to catch up here as it goes in on the inside. They look synchronized quite well, and this one wins. Now, as we saw in Riddler Revenges, he made it so that they pull up and race together. So we're not seeing that here, almost, but this is one that's catching up. It almost works. It's pretty good. It's a good attempt. Not too bad at all. Now, Riddler Revenges is by far the most impressive one I've ever seen in terms of racing coasters. Extraordinaires was pretty good. This one's working pretty good. As this one's coming around for its, its second lap. This one's just taking off and it catches up. It would have been nice if you could somehow time it so that they both stop here, put breakers and a waiting time, and then they leave together. And then when it comes around for its second lap, it waits here for the next one to pull out and it races. Nonetheless, you did it pretty good in one smooth go. So that's pretty good. Looking at the overall design, it's got a pretty good design. I like this, the window panes covering over. And as you mentioned, it is exactly a 2,000-piece blueprint. So there are some critiques and things I would love for you to add, but you have run out of pieces. So one thing you can do is, this is what I would recommend doing if you want to really take this thing to the next level. Take another piece. It could be like matching one of your pieces. You could just kind of like hide it inside the wall or something like that. And now what you're going to do, you can grab a cube, so a yellow one, and it's attached to that building piece. And then we take this building and we build another cube, but we're going to color it red. And we line them up perfectly. Good enough. Now these 2 cubes are on top of each other. One is attached to the red cube, and I probably shouldn't have put that in the wall like that. It's all right. You can move it. This one is attached to this cube, and this one is attached to that cube. So now what you could do is you could build whatever you want on building B. So you could download this from my workshop if you want, because this is a Cosmic Cow Raceway. And what you could do is you can add it into building B. Boop. Now when we edit building B, we can put this wherever we want. And you can continue to decorate this thing past 2,000 blueprints, because what I feel like this lacks is some big signs. tall racing signs. We've seen that in Foxy's Raceway. It could use more sponsorship panels. So if we just type in here cow, we could get some of these guys. Now, one thing you have to be careful when you're placing this, if I place it on the building, it's going to actually try and add it to the other building. So in order to properly add it to this building, you have to hit the X button before pushing it down, because the moment you place something on top of another building, it's going to say, okay, I'm going to add this to the building you're touching. So by pushing if you push the X key first, it's now free forming, and now it's going to add it to the building that you have selected. So I'm just kind of putting stuff random, but I feel like it needs more Cosmic Cow decorations. So I'm just going to like put some random stuff down to show you how this works. And you know, you can put a lot more Cosmic Cow memorabilia around the building and really deck out the sponsors. And one idea that I really like is, so Planet Gulpy, I did this big sign thing over here. See this big sign? That could be, have a bunch of those around, but with Cosmic Cow signs instead. There's different things you could do for Cosmic Cow. They have milkshakes, so you could put some milkshakes about as well. And then you could have stores built into the side of this, so your guests come up and buy shops on the side. And I noticed that you put some shops back here, but the problem with this, I don't really feel like this area should be used, because you're supposed to run paths that come all the way down here just so they can get to this dead end and have to come all the way back. I would probably try and avoid that, or rethink the design of this inner area. What this inner area should be is just like big tall signs and sponsorships, and then maybe you have an area back here that's like bleachers. Take a look at Foxy's Raceway for inspiration and get a couple ideas from there. I like the idea of an overwalking bridge. Maybe you could have the exit run out this way or something. I don't know. There's a couple ways you could rethink it. And then you could also do the ice cream. There's a lot of really cool ice creams that people have been making for Cosmic Cow. Ice cream trucks. Look at that ice cream. It looks delicious. Some really good ice cream designs out there on the workshop, and you can also create your own. This is one of my absolute favorites, with the ice cream cone and the ice cream bucket and the waffle cones. Having some of this kind of stuff on top really sells that sponsorship if it was sticking out the top of the building, and it screams Cosmic Cow. So once you get all your decorations added up to the second half of the building, you can simply, you see all the decorations would be on a separate blueprint. And if I wanted to align them up, I would simply just line these two blocks up. And then when I was done lining them up, I would go ahead and delete them. And everything will come in and fit perfectly. So that's how you do a multiple blueprints to get something like this to work, guys. And if not, I mean, the other way of doing it is to maybe sacrifice what you have on the inside in order to get more Cosmic Cow memorabilia and sponsorships. So that's my main feedback. I really would love to see the Cosmic Cow theme pushed, because at a first glance I can't really tell it's Cosmic Cow other than the colors. However, there are some sponsorships here. I don't know if I would use I mean, it's probably good to have multiple sponsorships, but the fact that you have not any Cosmic Cow signs anywhere else, the Cosmic Cow signs need to be more prevalent, in my opinion. So I'd love to see some more big signs, big towers, different things like that, and make it really scream Cosmic Cow all over the place. And I think that'll be good for you. And as well, you could probably use some of these colored lights on the outside as well to make this building glow a little bit more pink and blue. So nonetheless, I really love the colors you got going on here. I love the circuit. It looks great. So overall, I think it's a good start, and I think it has a lot of potential, hence why I gave so much feedback on this one. I really want to see this Cosmic Cow Raceway come to life. Here's a quick look at it at daytime. It's very blue. Cosmic Cow is kind of uses tad bits of blue. I probably make this pink, and then you could also take a basic shape and do a lining of blue. So there you go. Some color choices there. I'd say a couple changes. Maybe instead you have the pink here. Make this the cyan blue, a light blue. and then the borders make those pink. All right, let's give this thing a ride. I think nighttime's going to be our best shot, so we'll give this a go. Get the volume nice loud. Here we go. Oh boy. Very nice. There's a little guy over there. Oh, we got a little bit of sponsorship back here. I didn't see this. Winner's circle. Oh, look at that. First and second. It's very cute. Okay, so the track actually is very similar to Extraordinaire's Carnival Gulpy Circuit. I would say download that. The links will be on the description of my Carnival Park Spotlight that I did for him. He did some really good stuff with this torque track, and I think you could get some ideas. One thing I would say is, depending, I know you have your boosters timed at a certain limit. I think you had trim brakes here. Are these trim brakes? They are magnetic brakes. So you boost it here, but then you slow it down here. And the problem with having these brakes here is you're not able to curve your turn as well. So if you were to just get rid of that, I see why you did that though, because you wanted to time it properly. But if you have brakes before a turn, it's going to make it much harder for you to bank the turn. So you could probably get these turns to be a little bit more radical. And like I said, go look at Extraordinaire's Gulpy Raceway inside the Carnival Park, because he does some really gnarly stuff with just heightening it, banking it really hard, and then transitioning it from one spot to another. And you get some really cool feeling tracks. Now, what you do with that, once you get it to where you want it, you can select that piece of track and smooth the transition. And then I'd probably even bank this even more. So now you're coming up and turning into it. And now we could grab this whole section, smooth it a little bit. Okay, maybe it needs to be heightened a little bit. There we go. That's the reason I heightened it, because it can't quite smooth it as well if it's on the ground. And now as you're coming down here, maybe a little bit more smoothing, but I'm just giving you a general idea. And then you're flying into this curve and nearly going sideways on the wall, and then coming down and smoothing around this bank. And I'd probably even crank this even more. Whoops. And now you come through this turn, you're completely going sideways. And then, so all those straight areas with the brakes and the boosters, they're going to deny you from being able to make nice transitions. So you want to have them on the straightaways, but leave room for the boosters to be in the middle of the straightaway, so you have more room to work with when doing your transitions, if that makes sense. So, you know, you could even avoid getting this booster here by making this booster more powerful, and you can go into the set and set the target speed much higher. And then you won't need one here. And then that'll give you the ability to even do like a hill somewhere in there, just to make it a little bit more interesting. And I like the idea of banking these corners up higher. And then you can grab that and smooth it. And you're kind of whipping around the outside as the guy on the bottom is passing you on the inside, but you're looking down at him. And then you could do the same with this outer track. So that's my feedback in terms of the coaster building. And I'd say Extraordinaire does it best for the torque using this track and this style of theme. He did it pretty perfect, and it was really good use. So studying what he did would probably be better than what I'm saying, because I'm literally taking notes from what he did, from what I remember him doing, plus a little bit of my opinion as well. I think those minor adjustments will make it smoother. And also look at Riddler Revenge's how he set it up, where you can stop both of them here and have them wait, and then the next one comes in and waits for the next one to come out. That's the ideal way to get this, and it is a fairly big circuit, and you've used up your 2,000 pieces. I feel like there should be more, and I don't know where all the 2,000 pieces have gone. If there's something you can trim down to get more sponsorships and more stuff in there, and I would say maybe even put my Cosmic Cow in there, that might help, or make your own, or do whatever you want. But I think she would really be welcoming on this. Like I said, you could always make it a 2-piece blueprint with an alignment tool to really get it to where you need it to be. Anyways, that's my feedback for this one. Overall, I thought it has a lot of potential, and I'm really excited. I was really excited to see a Cosmic Cow Raceway, and if you guys ever do really good dual synchronized racetracks like this with themes, I would love to see them again in the future. And to Droopdedoo, if you decide to go back to this and improve it, please let me know how it goes. I would love to see the improvements on this coaster in the future. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode. Once again, that was Cosmic Cow Competition Circuit by Droopdedoo, and links will be down in the description as always. And that's going to do it for this episode of Coaster Spotlight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more daily videos, and let me know what you guys thought of this down in the comments below. All right, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.